Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I'd like to discuss something that's become a global problem. I mean, this is a huge global issue that exists under the radar for many individuals, and that are symptoms of opioid use disorder. Opioids, as to be considered a painkiller, is being abused by so many individuals globally that it's a problem that really needs to be addressed. Because opioids is basically a highly addictive class of pain medication. And many individuals understand or know opioids under the names of, let's say, Oxycontin or Vicodin. But the use of opioids or the abuse of opioids has become a recognized disorder in the medical industry globally. Opioids are generally used as a medication to treat chronic pain. But you see, opioid use disorder basically stems from the brain's repeated exposure to this drug, which results in tolerance and physiological dependence, which basically serves as a shift from drug taking being pleasurable to drug taking being necessary in order to prevent negative experiences such as, let's say, withdrawal. Okay? Now, this is a huge problem globally. And there are millions of people around the world who are facing this disorder, and they don't recognize the symptoms of it. Now, you can be facing this disorder or someone that you love, and it's important that you understand the symptoms of opioid use disorder. It's very important you understand this. And this, again, is where and why I constantly recommend you establish regular wellness visits with an acupuncturist, because there are no drugs to be prescribed. And acupuncture is great for treating pain. Various types of pain disorders. Acupuncture is great for it. And that's important. And what happens is you'll get individuals that'll get on this type of pain medication and they can't get off. And they'll present with certain symptoms of opioid use disorder and not realize that they're faced with this disorder or someone that they love. Because again, it goes back to health being wealth. The wealth isn't in the bank. It's not in a safe. It's not in your pocket. It's not in your purse. It's not under the mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. And it's not under the doghouse in the backyard. The wealth is in you. And it's important that you understand the signs and symptoms of opioid use disorder. I mean, one of them can be like, are you or a loved one taking opioids beyond the period in which it's been prescribed for? Or if you're still within that period, are you taking it in higher quantity? That's a problem. Another symptom, a sign can be, Are you struggling to limit or discontinue the use of opioids, but it's not working? You're still on it, but you're trying hard to stop. Again, this is why it's important to see an acupuncturist. Why? Because we have treatment protocols that deal with this type of addiction. High success rate. We have protocols that deal with this type of addiction. Another sign can be, are you spending a great deal of time taking opioids? Or are you working hard to get your hands on opioids? Oh my gosh, how can I, get a refill or get more opioids? And you're going to private dealers, underground dealers to try and get it. It's another sign. Are you still taking, or are you taking opioids, and in taking them it's destroyed your social network and it's affected your relationship with family members, friends, colleagues, co-workers, various types of associates? Has it destroyed your relationships with many individuals, and it's pretty much isolated you? But you continue to put this pain medication ahead of everyone else. Another is, are you struggling to fulfill certain obligations in life that are required of you, expected of you, or that you desire to fulfill, but you can't? It's tough. Ever since you've introduced this medication into your life, it's been a struggle to fulfill certain obligations. See, these are signs, if you recognize you're going through it, or someone you love or care about is going through it, either you or that person get to an acupuncturist right away. It's important that you do that. Or even contact Acupuncture My Life. But it's important that you do that. And you know what? If you're operating a vehicle right now, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to pull it over to the side of the road. If you're crossing the street, I need you to hurry up and safely get across the street. Safely, I emphasize safely. And if you're carrying or lifting something heavy, take a moment and rest it down, because I need everyone in a relaxed state. Because I need you to close your eyes and I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Another sign is, are you no longer really participating in activities that you normally do? Whether it be with your children or your siblings or your friends or your co-workers or your parents, part of certain clubs. You're no longer partaking in certain activities that you normally do due to your heavy use of opioids. And we'll be running Acupuncture My Life. Within the next few days, we'll begin a series discussing pain and opioid addiction on the Acupuncture My Life channel. It's streaming on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Android TV, as well as all iPhone and Android devices. So watch the Acupuncture My Life channel, because we'll be discussing how pain is treated and dealt with by an acupuncturist. Right now we have mental and emotional disorders running on the Acupuncture is My Life channel on those streaming services. So if you want to watch that, feel free to do so. But we will get into opioid addiction and, why acupuncture is better than taking pain medication. Another is like, are you taking opioids in a hazardous situation? Physically hazardous, where, let's say you're driving or you're working construction or doing something that's physically hazardous and you're taking opioids. That's not good. That's another sign. Do you have a craving for it? Strong desire for it? It's another sign. Another can be using opioids and knowing that as a result of taking opioids, it's creating psychological problems, physical problems, but you feel you still need to take it. It's another sign. Are you presenting with increased tolerance for the drug, so you need more? And then you attempt to take yourself off of it, and then you're faced with withdrawal signs, symptoms. If you're experiencing any of this, get to an acupuncturist right away. Just as much as 3 of these symptoms that I've just discussed means you're faced with a mild disorder. 4 or 5, moderate disorder. Even up to 6, I would say moderate. But more than 6, the disorder is severe. More than 6 of these symptoms, you're faced with a severe disorder. And you definitely need to see an acupuncturist immediately. Because you could be faced with impaired control, impairment in social functioning. There can be physiological factors, risky use. And this is just a few of several categories that your symptoms can fall under. But if you were seeing an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits, high likelihood you wouldn't have to be concerned about abusing pain medication. And it's getting you to understand why I stress the importance of making acupuncture part of your life. It's important that you do so. To take the burden of health from a negative aspect off of your shoulders and live a comfortable, healthy, and happy life. But in order to do so, you must make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?